Right, hello. How's it going, everybody? Hello there, Zizo. How are you? Good to see you. How's it going there, CG? How are you? Let's see. Downloaded the C7 blueprints. Very nice. Excellent. Well, that's good. I'm working on my C4 Caribou here, so let's get this working more. So a lot of it's panel work. Pretty much the plane's never say anything's done, but the plane is pretty much where it needs to be. It's the you get the panels kind of going here. The panels are kind of obnoxious. Old airplanes were really, things were all over the place. Like you had switches up here, and like the landing gear is up here, and then you have the landing gear, down and locked lights here, where in modern times they're right next to each other. So just makes the panels a little bit strange and weird to work with. But getting it done. See what else we need here. Let's go ahead and I think I put bats in. All right, yeah, I've got bats in. I got to get some systems going here. So let's look at the panels. I use the guide to kind of get the panels where they need to be. Battery, and that is emergency battery. Okay, so we need two batteries, battery and emergency battery. Got them in here. See how I want to do this. Grab a relay. Do we want to put it in here is the question. Where do we want to do it? Put it in the nose, I think. Yeah, let's put it in the nose. Let's go. Why is that shorter? Let's see. Can I cut that? No. What? Oh, okay. Oh, it's the nose wheels offset. That's why. Okay. That would make sense. All right, let's see. Semiotrus. One of the many reasons why I hate the bucket. As you can see, it buckets stuff that I don't want. So that's why I don't like the bucket. I have to end up coming back and fixing it. It's just easier for me to not to use the bucket at all. But I used the bucket on that one. Now I gotta come clean it up. Alright, good. Let's go back to, what is that? Okay, that's for the camo. What's that? That's the hubs. Can't do anything with the hubs. Alright, there's a couple relays, so let's go ahead and we'll go to there, and we will go to there. Let's go ahead and take the two alternators there. That's the starter there. Alright, good. Alright, hello there, Rasmus. How are you? Hello, good to see you. Hello, Citrus. How are you? Very nice. That sounds good there, Citrus. Alright, excellent. Yep, the old bats, the bat terrace. Alright, let's plug some electricity in. That actually doesn't need electricity. I need to... I'm gonna have to screw with some of this electricity here. Let's disconnect this, because that needs to be hot bust. No, it doesn't. It's that one is flip switches. Flip switches don't need electricity, so we'll be good there. What is that about? Okay. I hooked that up incorrectly. That goes there. All right. That will be... That doesn't need anything, but that will be hot bust. Hot bust off of here. Oh, come on. Just drag and do, please. Sucker. There we go. All right, good. That's the nose wheel. Alright, that's good. That's good. That's good there. That's good there. Alright, control surface y'alls. Good, we got control surfaces plumbed, lights. Hooking up electricity is a good palette cleanser. And then, right, do I have the space on this side? Let's see. Should. Yes, okay. Taxi light goes there. And then I have to do landing lights at some point, but I'll do those. Doors are gonna be. That's gonna go to the hot bus. Got extra doors on this, but or an extra door. Part of it is so that I can actually use my pallets in there. Is if I don't do it this way, I can't use my pallets. So I want to do it this way so I can actually, because I could jump over them, but this is easier just to like have a front door, so walk around the pallets. The caribou is not that huge IRL, so it's kind of on the small side. So. And then did I actually hot bus it? I did. All right, good. So that's did I hot bus it? Let me see. I did not. All right, hot bus there. All right, that's good. What are you? Ramp needs to be hot bust. So you can get in and out off the ramp. This is gonna not go off the hot bust. That goes there. All right, and then that can go right there. It's fine. Gear can go right to here. That's good. This will then go to there. Right, let's see. I gotta look inside again for generator. Do I have generator switches? I believe I do. So let's see, 3 and 4. So there's 2 ways I do generators. One, the PID that goes to actually make the clutch go on the alternator, which is what this is doing, or I do relays. So this already has that. So what we'll do, if I hook this to the hot system there, we'll be good. Alright, I think that's good. This motor here needs to go to there. To there. Beautiful. And I think we're looking pretty good on power. Alright, good. Check the chat here. Where do I get guides, diagrams, plane cockpits? Just Google. I searched for DHC for Caribou manual, and I found one. Let me see if I can bring it up. And it's actually the 7, so let me find the one. I'll send you the website there, seeing you're building the 7. So. It's a PDF, so I can just send you that. Shit. I'm trying to find how to get. How the hell can I get this? I just searched for it, but like, that's how I found the manual. So just, I'll tell you the title of the manual because the link's not gonna work because it's off my computer. But just type in the. Let me quickly find Google. DHC 7A manual. That's what I would just do. Just Google search it. Also, images will help because if you do an image search, here, I'll show you. If you do an image search, it will kind of narrow down what you're looking for. So, like, here's a -7. That's not what we want. Like, Like here's the one I have right here. It's on eBay, so if it's on eBay, you're likely not gonna get the downloadable link. As you can see, that's the actual manual. So let's see if I can find it. That's the same one I just clicked on. Let's see if I can find it. I can also put PDF in there. I think I found it on, let's see, Doctoroid here. Might be able to get it off there. This is the same manual that I have PDF of. And then there's this model here for Flight Sim. It has this model. It says X-Plane, but there's also one for Flight Sim. You might be able to get just an online manual for that as well. But that's what I would do. Just search it. You'll find it. Let's see. Did I put the control surfaces in? I did not. Let's do that right there. All right. Oh, come on, ding dong, do it. There we go. All right. That's good. All right. So I gotta go through here and see what I want to do. These engines, microcontrollers, is gonna get bigger and bigger because, like a modern airplane. If you look at me flying the 310 or especially the 320 in Flight Sim, the systems are very logical, and some of the older planes, they are very not logical, and so the issue becomes that you're all over the place. So like I was saying, the gear is up here, and then the lights are down here, where normally they would be right next to each other, so you could go out of this panel and back into this panel. Now I gotta try to loop it through, so it's kind of a pain in the ass on that count. Let's see, these should be 3, 4? 3 and 4. Okay, 3 and 4. Make sure I'm getting all this done here. Alright, gen panel. That's 3. Should be 4. Okay. And then what's reading in there? Coming off of... where the hell is it? Right there. Okay. That's the voltage there. Okay, this looks good. Alright, bat 1, bat 2. I'm trying to think if I want to do the backup battery differently. Yeah, I think I do. Let me screw with this here. As I added an emergency battery. I'm going to get rid of the emergency battery here. Number 2 battery. All right, let's do that. That'll be better anyway. All right, that's better. Yeah, I will do that. We'll redo some of that. Let's see. 1 and 2, that's better. Okay, and then let's just quickly fix the electricity here. That works. Okay, that works fine. We'll do that. Hello, Aiden. How are you? Good. I'm glad you found it. What is this? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's on the pallet. Okay. I have the pallet still loaded in. Alright, so that does that. Let's see. Alright, let's grab this panel here. That's the voltage panel. Electrical panel, and I need 2 outputs there. Give, please, thanks. Alright. Ah, I mean to get out of it. There we go, I meant to go there. Alright. Check numbers. 22 and 24. 22 and 24. There's that done. Now that's good for electricity. Let's keep moving here. And then this needs to be retitled. That's number 2 bat. Number 1 battery. Number 1 battery. Okay, those are good. And then what's that? That should be 21, 23. 21 and 23 on the readouts here. Okay, I'm not reading anything out on that. I gotta try to add that in. Now change that over to percentages. Good. That's in now, so we got that going for us, which is nice. Give me that and connect it, please. Thanks. All right, so that's that. All right, what are you supposed to be? You are primers. Might just make that fake for now. That's starters work. That works. What are you? You are gear horn test. Okay. Let's see. I need to make a gear horn system. So let's go blank. Probably doesn't need that much, but let me see if there's something. Oh, because the manual's pictures, I can't do that. So I'm doing gear horn criteria. Let's see if they have something for the caribou. All right, let's read it. So take it with a grain of salt. Control F, please. Control F, thanks. All right, let's see. Prop RPM manifold with the airspeed and her non-escape. Okay. This is where I got mine there. Here's the one. There, CG. Oh, good. We get somebody booed on Twitch every day. Somebody trying to sell me views. No, thank you. Bye-bye. Eventually I'll get through all of them. Error. Okay. Stick it up your ass. Ah, Christ. That was my search, too. Let's see. DHC for gear. Gear, horn criteria. There are a bunch of different criteria. It's generally, some of them have altitude in there. Some of them have power. So let's see. All right, gear up and power reduced below 14 inches of manifold or automatic extension triggered and gear handle in the up position. Gear selector switch up while on the ground and throttle in the retarded position. Whenever the flaps are extended beyond the approach position of 10 and the landing gear is not down and locked. All right, so we'll go with that. Different airplanes have different setups, so let's go ahead and we'll add a flap position. All right. We'll add a throttle position. Let's see. Let's see. Nose gear position. All right, we got flaps, throttle, gear. And then I need the test button. Okay. Okay. Nope. Let's go in there. So we'll go through this in a second here. And then what was it? 21, 20? No, I'll go check the number real quick. We'll do it now. Okay. 30. Okay, there we go. Why is everything slowing down? Let's see if it's a PC thing. PC has been acting weird. Give me... Okay, I already brought it up. Let's see. Yeah. Looks good. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bingo, that will do. Alright. Alright, so the criteria for the horn is going to be, so if the throttle position is less than that and the flap position is greater than that, so it's going to be zing, zang, zong. Alright, X, Y, Z. X for Y or Z. Oh no, it's ands. Those are ands. Alright, X and Y and Z. Or W. Alright, so if the throttle position is less than 0.01, let's just do 0.1, it doesn't need to be that low. And the flap position is greater than 0.75, i.e. you're trying to land, so your flaps are down, but you forgot to put the gear down, and it's going to bitch at you that your gear's not down. And so if the gear position is not down, so if the gear's not down, and your flaps are greater than 75, and you bring your throttle back to 0.1, let's go 0.25, because it actually comes on pretty early. 0.25, then it's going to do the gear horn, or if I press the test button, that will all do the gear horn. So, okay, there we go. All right, that's good. And it's a very annoying noise after doing my... It never, like, I've never had it happen in an airliner because, like, you need the gear to slow down because you're so fast and you're so slippery. But, you know, for especially like smaller airplanes, you know, you're very draggy. It's very easy to slow down without the gear, so it's easier to get the gears down. Yeah. I'll change the pitch on some of these. Let's see what that sounds like. Test it out. Nose gear pause. Where's my flap? Right there, flap. Where is it? Right there, flap. And then this is throttle pause, so we'll go off of one of the engines here. Just do this for now, off the air manifold. I'm gonna probably move it, but where the hell's air manifold? Where the fuck is the air manifold? Right here. Air manifold off one. Do that for now, and I'll probably change it. Then we have the actual test right there. Alright, the output's going to the buzzer. Alright, let's test it. How's it going there? Alistair, if I didn't say hello already. Alright, let's go test the gear buzzer. Oh, yeah, in. Okay. Music. I need it to repeat. Let's see. Blinker. Catch up, game. Why is that not doing solid? Why is the game slowed down? Seeing if my system or if it's the game being slow. I also have an old version of the game that's June, I believe. So come on. Yeah, something performance-wise is going on here. Let me see if I can diagnose it. Not an SE environment problem. Where is it happening here? Hardware. That's not it. I don't see it where it is. Physics is good. Performance of the system is dogged. Yeah, it's something on my system. You can see. There it goes. It just came up back up. Something on the system. It's on my end. See, it's performance top left. That's what it was. So it's it's a system thing, not a game thing. So that's what it was. All right. That works. I like that. See if I like something. Think I like that better. It's a very annoying noise, the gear horn. That's like bitches in in airliners goes landing gear, landing gear. Yeah, that's good. All right. All right, so let's test the other issues or the other use cases here. Let's see. Gotta put a squat switch on this at some point. Okay. Could just be a GPU spike that happened. All right. There's gear. Right there. All right, so now the gear is out of position. The engine, the throttle should be back, and now the flaps should be the only such use case. There we go. What did it just hit inside? Oh, it's the new light, I think, is in the way. Stop with your symmetry, please. Thank you. That's probably what the issue is. Let's go ahead and test it, make sure nothing else is in the way. So that will give me the gear horn again. Have these in real planes so you don't accidentally put your freaking leave your gear down. Test it. And you want to test the horn to make sure it's going to work. So gear would go up. And then when the flaps come back to 75% or greater, there's your gear warning. So it tells you your gear's not down. Why did it shut off? Something's up with gear rotation, killing it. Let's look. Alright, let's see. Gear pause. What? That should still go. I don't know why a push to... I don't know why a push to toggle is not working. I could... Let me see. Let's do it this way. Why does it stop after a while? Yeah, I don't know what... See how it stops? Hmm. Yeah, something's up. I don't know what the deal is here. I gotta figure it out. Yeah, because the push to toggle should work. Okay, the light's still going. Is it something with the buzzer that... Does the buzzer only do one signal? It needs another reactivation? Like, that could be it, where the buzzer needs constant reactivation, which is annoying, but whatever. Yeah, see, the buzzer is true, but it only signals once. Yeah, so that's the issue there. I still don't know why. So that's, yeah. Here, let's try something here. Because that, that's the issue. It's not the pulse. Okay. Mm-hmm. Have space. Try to see if I can get the sound different too. Try this. Yep, please, dickhead. Let me get the... I like that. I just want the tone to be a little bit different. Yeah, it's... I don't know what the dealio's with. Let's just do something real simple real quick here. Let's go... Let's grab a toggle. Give me this. Come on, give me that, dickhead. Let's try it with the 1 real quick, and then I want to test that other one. Jump, you jackass. There we go. Okay, shut it off. There we go. Yep. Yeah, it must, like, why does it not? It needs to have, like, some sort of pulsing effect, because it just, it does the horn and then it stops. It won't do a constant ring of the horn, which is friggin' annoying. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. Yeah. Fuck that. I'm just gonna do a blinker. I'm not spending all day on this shit. Make sure it doesn't shut off after a while. Yeah, it's gotta just be the pulse. Thank you, President Camacho. I appreciate that. Sorry, I just saw your message. Alright, let's go ahead and put gear up and bring the flaps back. See, why do they shut off when the gear's up? That's not right. That's not right. I gotta figure out what I did to fuck that up. Alright, something with the gear there. Let's see. Check the logic real quick here. Alright, let's look. So throttle position, if it is less than 0.25, which it is, so that's X. And Y, if the flap position is greater than 0.75, which it stays. And if the nose gear position is less than 0.245, which it is, or W. What the Christ is it doing? Yeah, it's got to be X and Y and Z. So it's got to be all three conditions. Throttle position has to be less than 0.25. You know what? I wonder if the throttle position's screwy. So let's do this. We can test them one by one. See what it is. As soon as I put the gear up, that's the problem. I doubt its throttle position, but we'll test it. Alright. Okay. It's not throttle position, which I didn't think it was. Something with... Let me just make sure I didn't hook it up wrong. Buddy, sit down. Sit down. All right, let's check that gear pause. So it's nose gear position has to, if it's less than essentially down, which is the only like. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, that's what it is. I got you. Wrong. It's the wrong way. That's what it is. It starts in the down position. I've got this wrong. All right, if it's less than 0.01. It does, like transit doesn't matter. It's just a 0.1, so it doesn't accidentally get it going. That's what it is right there. Okay. That fixes that. All right. All right. So essentially, if you're in landing configuration and your gear's not down, that's when the horn's going to go. That's when it would go IRL. It fucking stopped again. Buddy, the cat's driving me absolute shithouse. Okay, so it's got to be greater, but go away for a little bit. Okay. Cat has been such a pain in the ass lately. That's the issue right there. Can't concentrate when he's constantly up and down and jumping on me. Can't do it. I just need to change the number, but what the fuck? God damn it, my brain. He absolutely, completely distracts the shit out of me when he does this shit. Now my brain's completely fucking fried because of it. It's annoying. It's very annoying. All right, let's see. Let's see. Greater than was fine. It's greater than, and then that's not what we want. We want 0.01. A little bit of cat distraction. Can't remember shit, I'm telling you. Alright. So, flaps are in, gear is down. As soon as we put the gear up, there we go. And it should stay on. That should work, finally. Alright, there we go. Put the gear back down. So if I put the flaps up, that will do it. If I put the gear back down, when they actually get down. So apparently they're clipping something. I think it's the nose wheels clipping something a little bit. That's Phantom Forces there. There we go. Now let's see, what the hell's the Phantom Force in the nose here? Try to get it up, and I gotta zoom in here and see what it's hitting. I think it's the nose wheel doing that. Alright, that's full in the floor, so I gotta look at where that's sitting. It sits right underneath the, that can go down a little bit. Sits right here. Okay. Right. Let's try screwing with that and make it sit down a little bit. That's causing me problems. Alright, let's go ahead. Again, this is like what people like, stormworks physics sucks. It's like, a lot of it is, you know, you're putting two immovable objects inside of one another. It's like, go find where that's happening and stop it from happening. You know, it happens in every game where you put two immovable objects that are not supposed to be touching one another inside of one another, and there will be problems. It's like, you just gotta take ownership of it and fix it, you know? People make a big friggin' deal of it. I don't get it. Really do not. Alright, and then I'm gonna reduce the angle on that because it doesn't need to go all the way up. Make it bigger here. Yeah, that's the thing I often don't get, is it's like, a lot of these problems are caused by people's design choices, and it's like, you can kind of solve some of this if you kind of just take some ownership of it and be like, oh, You know, it'd be like when people are like, look, stormworks physics stupid. Like this plane spinning out of control. It's like, well, do you have something colliding into something else? You have two immovable objects hitting one another. What do you expect to happen? They're going to not act normally because two objects can't be in the same spot at the same time. All right, so fix that, you know. Then let's see, port main doors, starboard nose doors. Let's see, Let's see, 0.25 times 0.75 would be 1875, so 18. You know, so it's like some of that stuff, it's like, I wish people would just take some friggin' ownership of and be like, I built something wrong, I need to change it. Or that's not possible, I need to change it. Instead, they're just like, you know, boo-hoo, everything should be different for me. And it's like, nah, man, that's not how it works. It's like, just fix it. Alright, that's not enough. It's fine. Like, that's not doesn't look like a collision, but we need to go up just a little bit more. Alright, that's good. Alright, so let's go 0.9, I think we could probably go. You know, it's like the phantom force there was caused by one block slamming into the other in the nose. And so it has a force, which is what would happen in real life. You know, you have a wheel pushing against something and then it breaks free. It has inertia. It's going to cause something to be jostled. You know, that's how a gyro in a satellite works. You know. And it happens in game, and they forget all the other stuff that physics would do, and they discount that because they want to just... Because it's more challenging to figure out what they did wrong than to just fix the problem. And that's kind of the issue, you know. And I get it. Sometimes it's a bitch to go find what you did wrong, but doesn't mean that it's somebody else's issue that needs to be solved. Let's see if I can get rid of it. Let's try going all the way to 1 here. That 1x2 might have been enough. Because they have smaller collisions when you put the angle blocks in there. And so by putting an angle block in there, you have a smaller collision. That's often very helpful. So like right here, the tips of that 1x2, see how the wheel goes right through it? Like there's no collision because there's no collision at the very tip of it. Come up here into the 1x2. That's up now. You notice it's not shaking. Before, if you looked at the number was oscillating on this pivot right here. That's why I have this on there. It's doing it a little bit now, but it's minimal. Let's go look at I can't look at these. But, you know, now we shouldn't have any phantom forces going through there because we're not colliding two immovable objects next to each other. Notice. Let's see if it does it. There we go. No issues now. So. Alright, so, again, some people just need to figure out their phantom force issues and not, you know, constantly just blame other things. That can go. We can get rid of that again, which is good. That shrinks down my panel. So that was enough. The only real issue you have with those wedges is standing on them, and they're under the rudder pedals, so I'm never going to be standing there, so it's not going to be a problem. And then I want to change that back, so let's go back to that here. The nose wheel. Alright. And then what was I doing here? I think we're good. No, I didn't hook it back up. Alright, let's hook it back up. Yeah, there was I unfortunately went on Reddit a little bit, but there's a thing that I assume one of the ding dongs put in there that was you know, it was something, I forget what it's called, but essentially it was Bugworks was under the title, and it's like, again, people putting things that aren't bugs, it's their design flaws, and it's like, that's your design flaws causing that problem. There are certainly bugs, but it's like you over-exaggerate them, and again, it's a way to, you know, it's lazy to a certain extent, is if you understand the reason why there's a problem, you can then go try to fix it. And if you just like write it off as, oh, it's not my fault, you know, then you're not going to fix it when it very well could be your fault. You know, and then it's kind of a cop-out, frankly. All right, let's put the flaps down. Let's check that horn one more time. Like, I make plenty of logic errors, and it's my fault. There we go. All right, I should check the thrust. Let me do that real quick. You know, like people, it's impossible to cool a modular engine. No, it isn't. A lot of us do it every day. Look at the workshop. Tons and tons and tons of builds. Perfectly cool. It's just... All right, let's bring the thrust up. It should be shutting off with thrust up. Oh no, it's gonna be let's see. Oh, you know what it is? The engine's not on, so the PID's not on. So let's do something. I gotta change this to where the thrust goes in. Let me find this. Let's see, throttle number right here. I already have it. Let's find, where's throttle number? So here's the throttle right there. I need to find the throttle number. That's what it is. Throttle number, where is thou? Throttle number, here is thou, right here. All right, good. So that is going to be the throttle number right there. That's what's getting plugged in. All right, that goes to throttle pause right there. All right. Just run that now because I should be able to bring the thrust up. So there might be situations where you would have the flaps all the way down and you put your thrust up. They're pretty rare, but it could happen, and that will get rid of it as well. Shit. Oh, that's why. Okay, let's see. That's got a bottom. That's got a basement unit on it. I gotta go there. So see where it goes to 3.5. That's where it's gotta be. Okay. Let's go to gear horn. Throttle pause, and then it's 3.5. Alright, what the fuck now? Again, likely problem I just made. Gears up. Alright, so something's up there. Go check it out, see what's screwy in there. Alright, throttle pause. If it's, it's gotta be greater than, nope. 3.5, it's gotta be, let's do a number bigger than 3.5. 4. That would probably do it there. You know, and the logic's complicated, I get it, but a lot of people it's default couldn't be my problem, and that's something with, especially like engineering and anything technical, you need to assume that it's something I could be doing wrong. That's kind of needs to be your default position. It could very well be something I'm doing wrong. Once you realize that, you can then move on from there. It's like, you know, think about flying an airplane. If you just, oh, stupid airplane. Well, it could be something you're doing wrong. And if you just say stupid airplane, you're going to crash on the ground. If it's something you're doing wrong, you can fix that and you can save the airplane. You know? There we go. All right, throttle's back, noise. Throttle's up, no noise. Beautiful. All right, that's good. Catastrophe, yeah. I think he's got a gift. Like, my brother's cat does this too. Like, when my brother's busy, he'll come and bug him. And when I'm busy, the cat comes and bugs me. I wonder if they know you're, like, a little bit stressed, and they're like, oh, this is time I'll go and protect, you know, data. And it's like, this is the time I need a break. You know, so they're trying to be sweet, but sometimes it's like, get out of here. Busy, you. Let's go. Let's go like this, I would say. Paint. That segments that wall a little bit better, I think. That's better, yeah. There we go. That's even better, especially the older planes had kind of that angle on them. You know, this is the thing that kind of annoys me is like, I put up that feature request asking for them to do double-sided, or, you know, be able to paint the all faces of that. Hopefully they do that at some point. Can I go up one? I might be able to. No, I can't. See, that's the problem. Can't get rid of it really either. It's obnoxious. Figure something out. All right, gear horns in. Let's keep moving down the line. All right, so the battery buttons should be in and working for bat 1 and 2. I might just make the primers. Might just make the primers fake, because IRL, when you like, if you've just run the engine, let's say you come in, you land, you're gonna drop off cargo, pick up cargo really quickly, and then leave. You wouldn't pre-prime the engines; they're still primed. If it's been sitting for 5 days, you'd prime them. So there's no real way to get that in there, and it's like, it's a small feature. It's kind of okay, but it's kind of also like, you know, do I need it? Starters are here. If I can never get the right button. Right there and there. Got the gear down indicators, the test. This is hydraulic pressure 1 and 2, park brake, and park brake release. Right there. Citra's back. Hello, hello. I'm just checking out, catching up on chat. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, especially, you know, I posted last time somebody said something like that. I posted the my cooling video, you know, and it's hold on, let me do something here. You know, and it shows the relationship between load and RPS. You can like watch the video if you haven't seen it. I know a lot of you guys have probably seen it, but you know, if you you know, you can run an engine at very high RPS with no load, and it will never overheat, because you're not asking it to do any work. And think of it like your arm. You can take your arm and you can very quickly wiggle your arm, and it will take you a long time to get tired. Now put something like a little bit of weight. It doesn't have to be a lot. Like put like a half a kilo weight in your hand. Now do it, and you notice you're going to start to get tired more quickly because you're doing work. Increase the weight. You notice eventually, as you increase the weight, your RPS of how many revolutions per second your hand is going back and forth is going to slow down. All right, because you do not have the strength to maintain the RPS. That's overloading. And sometimes overloading is beneficial because, for example, you could take, let's say you could lift a 40-pound weight. We'll do 18 kilogram, whatever it's going to be. 18 kilogram weight. You can do a curl with your bicep on it. Now, that is going to probably do one bicep curl is going to tire your arm out less than doing that, you know, that half a kilogram weight a million times at high RPS. You know, so you can have an engine that runs very slowly doing a lot of work that will not wear you out, overheat in this case. Or you can have, you know, and then what's going to really overheat it is somewhere in the middle. So try taking a 5 kilogram weight and moving it really quickly. Your arm's probably going to get tired before the lifting the, you know, the whatever I said, 20 kilogram weight, 18 kilogram weight, because it's, you know, it's the RPS in that particular position that's causing you the burnout. You know, and so you have to develop a relationship in there where, you know, doing a certain amount of work, doing more reps faster at a lower weight will equal doing fewer reps slower with a heavier weight. And it's the same thing with running the engines, you know. Let's see, output, park brake. It's amazing how many people spell brake wrong. Let's see. Try to get my nomenclature right here. So I'm going to do differential braking with this too. Ah. Never mind, I got to do this like this. Yeah, that's fine. I got to do it this way. That's going to be, let's see. Ah, shit. I gotta send this out to something. No, I don't. Okay. I don't have to send that out there. Doesn't need an out, just needs the in. Okay, we're good. All right. I can... It's not really cheating it. What I'm going to do is when this comes on, the light will just come on. I don't need to actually feed back properly. All right, port variable brake, start variable brake, park brake. All right. All right, let's get a text up. You know, so that's kind of what my cooling tutorial. I'm still gonna, at some point, I'm gonna get in that. I'm getting back in stormworks. I'm trying to get a new job here, and it's the market for pilots has slowed down, so I gotta. It's extra stress and bullshit I gotta deal with. Let's see. It was very, very hot for a while, and I couldn't get my medical, and I finally got that going, and it's taking forever. Let's see. That's 4. Is this by itself? This panel's by itself. Okay, that's perfect. I do have to feed it back, but I can put everything to this panel. Let's see, brake. I gotta put hydraulics through this too. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we want, and then I gotta do this too. It's gonna be a, oh shit, where is it? I gotta go make sure I'm not gonna... Okay, it's going the correct direction. Make sure I don't cause problems here. Alright, let's go like that. Alright, let's do that. All right, so this is how I'm gonna do variable brakes too. So let's see. All right, so 31, I believe, for trigger. Let me double check. 31's trigger. Stop, please. Thank you. 31's trigger. So I like to do it that when I press the brake, it will build up pressure like I'm pushing harder and harder on the rudder pedals. And then as soon as I let go, the brakes pretty much come off. And so you could hit them really hard and try to go on, but you're not adding to what it used to be. You're adding, again, to the new value. So that's that right there. All right, let's see. That is, and then I think we'll put a blinker on there. Get a little bit of ABS on there. So ABS is anti-skid, essentially, is where ABS came from, anti-lock braking system. That came from airplanes first. Airplanes came up with the anti-skid system first, and then, again, like a lot of that stuff, it's much more expensive to do the R&D on it. So that goes to the, we'll go to aviation. They'll spend the money first, and then it will end up with things like cars that can go for general consumption. Hello, Daniel. How are you? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Let me see. Citrus back. I think I said hello to that. Yep, caribou. Damn. Yeah, I'll show you in a second there, Daniel. Yeah, I've got the dihedral. Would be anhedral. Dihedral. Yeah, it's anhedral in the beginning of the wings. Dihedral goes up, anhedral goes down. Alright, so let's see. I also want rudder, which is 3. This would be an interesting way. All right, so what we're gonna try, I'm gonna try this. We'll see if this works. So essentially, what I want is when I tap the brakes and I'm putting in rudder, I want it to the more rudder I put on the side. So let's say we're taking a right turn, and that's positive. So I've got a positive rudder going right. I want it to subtract off the left side. When I go the other way, I want it to take it off. So it's essentially, let's see. I think what we can do, let's go ABS of X, like that. ABS of X, okay, absolute of X. That will give me positive, and then I have to just subtract it off either side. All right, and then what we want, all right, so I can flip this if it's wrong, but let's do function, take that and that. And then we'll take that and that. All right. All right, so when I press the brakes, it's going to go up to 1, which is full brakes. And then what this is going to do is this is going to be, so it's going to be X. And then as I go to the right, this is going to be my port brake. As I go to the right, I want my port brake to free spool, and I want my starboard brake to brake. So what it's going to be is it's going to be X minus Z in this case. That's going to go like that. And then this here should be... it can't be ABS. It shouldn't be ABS, I don't think. No, it's going to be... Yeah, it shouldn't be absolute. Alright, so that's going to be... So this will be a positive number there, so it will subtract that off. And then here, what we want to do is when I go to the... when I rudder left, that's going to give me a negative number. And so what I want to do is it'll be X... minus a negative Z. Try that. We'll go do a fast test on it. Run that and see what we get. And then what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and we'll take this and I'm going to switch trigger. That's going to be brakes, toggle, spawn. I should hook it up, huh? Go hook it up. Often do that. Don't get it hooked up. All right, brake panel is right there. Why is that going to there? What is this one over here? That's also hydraulics, I assume. De-ice? De-ice? Why is that connected? I have no clue. That's a different panel. That's a de-icing panel because everything's cold in Canada, because that's the way of it. Seat combiner, for now, I don't have the seat combiner on yet, but all I do is switch out all of them for that. Alright, here's the port variable brakes. You do not... There are some small number of airplanes that have brakes on the nose wheel, but it's very exceedingly rare. I think the Draken had it on the nose wheel because it needed to stop really quickly on short fields, but you put a hell of a lot of stress. You don't want to collapse the main gear, so you have to do a bunch of shit to make it robust. It's better to just do the mains. It'll help push the nose down. You can counteract it with some elevator. All right, let's go ahead, and first test we'll do is just straight ahead. All right, let's quickly, a little scientific here. 0. Park brakes on there. I didn't hook that up. That's why it's false. Okay, but the light's coming on. All right, let's go ahead, and spacebar should start building up brake pressure because it's on toggle. All right, there it goes. You can see it's pulsing too so that it doesn't lock up the brakes. It gives it a little bit of... it doesn't go back to nothing, but it will give it a little bit of time to, you know, give it some interval. All right, now let me let that build all the way up. I'm gonna go quickly take a toilet. I'll be right back. Alright, I am returned. Let's go ahead and look. Should be at 100% now. It is. Okay, so the wheels are at 100%, so I'm going to use the trims, and we'll go ahead and I will trim all the way to the right on the rudder. There's 100%, so theoretically it should be subtracting. So we're going to the right, so we want this wheel here to be at 0 brakes. Move propeller. I'm walking here, son. 0 brakes. And this side should be locked up. I'm walking here. All right. So you see it says 2. That's fine. It automatically caps out at 1, so it's 100% brakes. So if I don't press the brake button, that's going to also just do the wheels at full. The brake at full. So I can just use the rudder to steer in that way as well. So let's go give that a run and see how it tests out. And let's make sure I hook up the park brake. We can test that out. Where you at there, guy? Right here. All right, let's hook the park brakes up. There we go. All right, let's get rid of jack stand. Let's go for a quick taxi run. Just always take symmetry off when I do that stuff. Here's the anhedral. That's what you were talking about there, right, Daniel? Anhedral on the front section. All right, let's go ahead and get a crank. So on this plane, I need to put the mixtures up. Let's see. Did I hook up battery relays? I think I did. Let's see if I can run without infinite electricity here. Nah, something screwed up. All right. That's fine. Let's go ahead and let's crank. So I need to go... If the mixtures are... So I essentially have it running stoichiometry on here, and if the mixtures go all the way down, just like in real life, if you pull the mixture all the way back, you starve it of fuel and the engine shut off. So we got to push the mixtures up. Fuck. All right, I did not hook up engine electricity yet, so let's see. I got to do ignition as well. All right, parking brake. This is backwards, so they should be off. Here, I'll fix that. Let's go for a little taxi. All right, so I'm not going to use the brakes right now. I'm just going to tap the rudder. So let's go full right. You see how nice it turns because we are doing differential braking. Let's go full left. So that has full differential braking on there, and you see how nicely you can turn. And that's why you do differential braking in planes. Is you got a big wingspan. So, you have a plane this size. The wingspan's gonna kill you trying to make a turn. The tail also sweeping out, so you can see you can make a nice tight turn with it. And I might clamp out the maximum braking force. I don't know, but like, see right there, we can still turn normally. Don't have any problem with that. Let's go ahead. We'll do a quick flight. So let's go down to about 50% on the flaps. Start bringing this back. Let's tap the brakes. I might make it less. All right, let's hold the brakes. So I'm trying to... Okay, there we go. Brakes are coming up. All right, get the brakes held. Full throttle. Let go of the brakes. And we'll watch for when we hit the flap arc there. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's the rudder. So I gotta put it so what the fuck? I got brakes going for some reason. Why are the brakes going here? Yeah, I don't know what's up. Let's stand by. I gotta bring it back. Why are the brakes going? Let's see what's up. Why are the brakes going? I gotta fix this for the it's a parking brake release. Am I doing a parking brake release or not? No, let's not. Let's not make it a release. You have to get in there and put the brake on, I think. What's going on here? Oh, I know what it is. I didn't switch this from toggle back to push. It's still on toggle. That's why. It's got to go to push. It was toggle for the test, and it's got to be push now. That would do it. That would be why the brakes aren't working. All right. All right, let's go ahead. I need a... I'll play with electricity. Ignitions are coming on. Mixtures are coming rich. You do bat 1 and 2. Crank the left. Crank the right. 50% flaps for takeoff. Taxi out. So now I'm going to tap the brakes. All right, so now they're not toggle, so I should let go and they immediately come off 100%. That's why we had brake problems, is the toggle was on, so it did 100% brakes and never came off when I let go of the brakes. But turn's really nice now with differential braking. All right, let's hold the brakes. Brakes are held. All right, as soon as we hit the flap arc, we're going to rotate. There we go, let go. Flap arc, rotate. All right, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring the flaps up. And is the rudder turning? Does not appear to be turning. Gears coming up. Lights should extinguish. They do. We're not turning. Are we turning? No. Okay, I gotta see what's up with my my rudder inclusion. It's not going in. Gotta see why that's not working. Come in for a landing here. Big upset I did on that. I kicked the rudder too much. I put that in last time. Did I not save it? I thought I saved it. All right. All right, let's... Oh my god, we're forgetting to put in the gear. There it goes. Gear warning. Okay, put down the gear. There we go. Gear's coming down. Throttle. This reason the buzzer stopped was I brought the thrust up. Right, now just like in real life, again, people who don't understand aviation will say the game's broken is, you know, pitch power configuration change, which we just added in flap, you need trim. You need it. 100% need trim. I gotta change I have not done the speed gauge yet, so I gotta fix that. About 80 knots is my approach speed. I gotta see what the real Caribou approach speed is. I can make some adjustments if I want to get it a little bit lower. But yeah, about 80 knots. I can change that if need be, but I'll see what it is, IRL. Alright. Alright, we're on the runway. A little bit of steering, just a hair of braking. Alright, good. Alright, so I think the different... Why is my fucking... Oh, I got it on my seat. Alright, here. Let's get this real quick here. Alright, let's go... go back to the brake panel. And let's go ahead and... see, I'm trying to say -0 on that. So that's going to turn that positive. So it's got to be the positive number. So 0.1. What? Why can't I clamp out there? Should be able to add the clamp, right? Let's do that. All right, that'll clamp it out at 0.3. 85 to 90 knots. Yeah, let me just double check it. So that's about close if it is. See if it's in my manual here. Let's see. We'll take a look. This is the C7, but they're mostly the same. All right, let's see. Might not be in this. List effective pages. Okay. Normal procedures is probably 2.1. Operated flight characters, system of crew duties, all weather operations. So probably under normal procedures, section 2.1. Propellers, fuel system, electrical system, flight controls, wing flaps, landing gear, nose wheel, steering wheel, braking system, instruments, seats, aux, equipment, height, length, width, height. Okay. Crew. The other thing too here is, like, say you want to, for example, this here will tell you what is cable connected and what's hydraulically connected, so you'll know that, for example, should the elevator move if I don't have power? That will tell you that. Let me see. This might just be system diagrams. I would think it would be in section 2. As we're in section 1. Let's go down to section 2. Gotta wait for it to load. Alright, section 2. Let me see. 2.6. Alright, let's find 2.1. Alright, preparation for flight, pre-flight check, before starting engine, before taxiing. This is all good stuff to look at. Take off. Cruise, descent, landing, 240. Alright, 240. Quickly just check some of these, but I think let's go to 240. Alright, let's see. What is that? That is 210, so let's go like 30 pages ahead, maybe. Yeah. Somewhere in the 90s, 240, maybe over 100. 240 right there. Okay, let's check the page before. All right, let's see. Nose wheel steering on. Okay, so there's a nose wheel steering disconnect switch. I got to keep an eye on that. Prop reverse circuit. So it's an electric setup for that. That's interesting. But this is cool. I can use this for my for part of my checklist systems. I think will be fun. Carburetor air. You're only going to be using your. I assume that's carb heat. You don't only need carb heat if you're icing up, really, or if it's a certain temperature. It reduces performance quite a bit. All right, so threshold airspeed. CTO, takeoff calculations, 1C-7-1.1. So it might be there. All right, here we go. Do not, okay, that's fine. All right, that's about transducer signal. All right, this is interesting. This is a landing pattern. This will be cool. So you have, so your downwind, you're going to be at 110 knots. You're doing your base leg right here. You're going to put your flaps on base. Before landing checklist complete. All right, that's interesting. It's good to see. Our power approach is not recommended unless absolutely necessary. Generally, a big plane like this, you're not going to be doing power off. You're going to keep power on coming in. That's interesting. It has a big wind shear problem. Doesn't really surprise me, seeing that you the more lift you have, the more the wind shear will affect your plane. Base leg is at 100 knots. Touch and go, closed traffic, flaps. See, this is cool. I'm going to use these for my workshop page because it's nice. There are the actual checklists in here. Gear up, flaps up. So that's pilot and co-pilot. So generally, in a modern situation, it's pilot flying, pilot not flying, but co-pilot works. Crew briefing, flaps, trim, after landing checklist. Yeah, let me look. I'm gonna quickly. I'll see if I get a DHC4 caribou. I'm gonna see if there's an approach speed calculator. It would come out on weight. That's like one thing people don't think of is it's based on weight. Let's see. Wow, look at the runway requirements. That's nuts. 361 meter for takeoff. You're talking less than 1,000 feet. It's pretty damn good. They do take off super fast IRL. That's the whole point. It's a stall airplane. Designed for that. They don't even have approach in there, huh? I'm interested in its top speeds too. Let's see. All right. It says one pilot can handle shorthand, low approach speed, 77 knots, 88 final. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Do it. This is cool, too. I'll save this. That way, can be interesting for some of that to, come on. It's not unsecure. I'll hit it with the virus scanner. Piss off, computer. This is interesting, too. Ground run is 540 feet over. So this is over the obstacle too. So the ground run is when you rotate and get off the ground. It's 540 feet. That is insanely short for a 26,000 pound airplane. That's really short. Let's see what a ERJ 145 ground roll is. Let's see. That's AI bullshit. Let's see if I can find it. Ground roll calculator. The FMS would figure this out for us. I'm just gonna see if I can find it. It's a hell of a lot longer. Let's put it that way. I'm not going to look too long for that, but let's see. That's damn short. And then the landing over 50-foot obstacle, ground roll on the short field landing, 525. That's damn short, man. Like they go in a reverse too. I'll have to see what I can do with that. There's another cool chart. It's good to see what the leaders are here. See if I'm way over on leaders. So I can change that. Ranges are interesting. About 1,500 feet per minute. 27,000 foot ceiling. Stall speed shows 56 knots. Not that you're landing at your stall speed, but that's good to know. Here's the air miles per pound of fuel. Let's see. It's the range chart. IFR is shorter because you need more of a cushion. It's a cool chart. A cool manual. I would think they would have the approach speed. Let's see. Cool to find these brochures and stuff. Did when you looked that up, Alistair, where do you find it? I'm just trying to. I want to make sure I have just some reference for it. Let's see. God damn it! Could I like type like a normal person for once in my life? Oh, I hate the AI overviews. I really do. Sometimes they're alright. Sometimes they're terrible. Yeah. It's missing VREF. Yeah, it says VREF as low as 85 knots, so I might be right around the... But that's a Reddit, so... Show me VREF. VREF plus 5, plus 10. Okay, let's see. This is an accident. Let's see what that says. Let's see. Learjet 35. What the fuck does this have to do with anything? Okay. They don't have VREF. The problem is it's using the same website, so somebody probably had a VREF accident. They were too slow, and then they it also has the Caribou in there for something different. Yeah, it's useless. This is like Google's so bad now because they were relying on AI for goddamn everything. Yeah, I'm thinking 85. 85 sounds fine. I think that sounds about right. You know, because like, for example, Piper Seminole, we used to come in at 90. You know, so people are like, oh, that sounds high, but it's like, you know, Piper Seminole, you're coming in at 90. This plane has a bigger wing, more power, more flap. Makes sense. So, let's go ahead and let's go do some quick maneuvers here. I want to test out maneuvers, and we'll test out if I need to help it along or not. All right, ignitions, mixtures coming full rich. Crank 1, crank 2. All right, let's go flaps to 50%. Yeah. I'll have to look at the takeoff procedures, what flaps they're using for takeoff, but paint's gonna get cleaned up a little bit. I've just got, you know, just to try to make it look like something. All right, so we have that clamp on the differential braking, so now that's a little bit better. It's not as snappy. Because I want it so I can use a little bit of steering, and then, like, when I go full bore, I want it really adding a bunch of brake. So that really is pretty good there, but it's not overkill. Oh, what the hell happened with my... I don't know what happened with my yaws. I gotta look at my what's going on with my rudder. Because I put in the rudder where it also does the rudder, and I don't know what happened to that because it wasn't doing it last flight. Pause rate, gears coming up, flaps are coming up. Let's leave the flaps down. Let's do slow flight. You'll do gear down, slow flight. All right, let's trim a little bit of nose down for the this. So this is simulating a landing, slow flight. There's slow flight clean, there's also slow flight dirty. We're going to be doing slow flight dirty with the gear down and the flaps in. So I need to make sure I don't lose altitude. So we'll do some stalls too. Again, as many times I hear people like, the flight, you know, physics for flying planes sucks in game. It's like, I don't know, man. I've flown a lot of hours in airplanes and it's like pretty reasonable. I can feel a buffet. I gotta work on the granularity here. I think either the prop or I think it's the props overly. So like right there, I'm holding my altitude at about 80 knots. So yeah, I don't want to go slower than 80, which is about right. So that's good, slow flight right there. Let's do a stall. Bring it up to 20 degrees, hold it, hold it, hold it. It's getting slow. Wings are getting waggly like they would IRL. Take a little power off. All right, we're holding it in the stall. You can see I'm holding it in the stall. We're losing altitude just like we would in real life. We are stalling. Drop the nose, full power. Drop below the horizon. Bring it back up just slightly above the horizon to climb. Bingo, stall recovery, just like I would in real life. Yay. But game's unrealistic, of course, because people who've never flown an airplane know best. All right, let's see what's up with this rudder, but that works well, and I gotta work the speedo after that. What happened to my rudder? Right here. All right, that's getting that in from. Oh, that's what it is right there. Shit, I don't remember what I did last time. That's why it's not working. I think I had 0.25. I gotta test it again. Let's not do that. So I that's what the keypad is for me to figure out the multiplication effect. I never put it in. All right, white arc is gonna start when let's see. Let's see. Right, so let's go ahead and say the white arc will start at 70. Get on the right screen. 75. There we go. The white arc will end at, let me see. Trying to find, I want to get caribou stuff right. Let's try to go back to the manual and see what I can figure out here. Problem is I can't search properly. Let's see. DHC, caribou. So I can actually find the picture of one. Stop with your fucking nonsense. Here it is, right here. That is, that's was that VSI? No, it's percent thrust. Let's see. What the hell's going on here? That's a sea venom. Real good Google. Like, though the words I put in mean nothing to you. That's a C7 right there. Sometimes the flight sims are great just because, like, you can get a lot of pictures. Let's do this. Is the airspeed indicator in a non-standardized position? It's gonna get moved to where I want it, but not doing unstandardized shit. That would be weird, man. Why wouldn't you just put it where it belongs? Old airplanes, man, they're a mess. They really are. There's a reason why everybody's standardized. There's a reason why everybody's standardized. That is the airspeed indicator. I don't know why it looks so goddamn terrible. Alright, so I'm gonna have to do it on my own. I was trying to see where the white arc was. It's not gonna show it. Let's see. I gotta go to normal procedures for flaps. Somewhere, let's go on 100. Alright, pilot command flap retraction accomplishes the action gear, and flaps should be retracted simultaneously immediately after takeoff. Flaps will initially be set to 1/2 of the takeoff setting. When it is determined the flaps are retracted properly, flap lever will be placed in the up position. Alright, let's see. No flap takeoff. No flap takeoffs may be used regardless of aircraft weight and are mandatory above 28,500 pounds. So if you're heavy, no flap takeoff. Procedure is similar to normal takeoff, except that the nose wheel is lifted just clear of the runway at approximately 65 knots. Pitch attitude is maintained and the aircraft becomes airborne. So we're going to want the green arc south of the... yeah, we're going to want green arc south of the rotation speed. That's fine. I'm trying to find VFE. Let's see. DHC for VFE. And Google for change. Use all the words that I want here, you dickhead. DH2. Christ, they're not going to have it. There we go. Come on, FA. All right, FE flaps extension right there. This should be the type certificate for the DH4. Good, we're saving this page. That one's a good page. I like that. I like the cut of that one's jib. We're going to look at FA for the win. All right. All right, so knots and knots. 0 to 15, 107 knots. 15 to 20, 97. 20 to 30, 85. 30 to 40 is going to be 80. Okay. Landing gear operation is 122. Landing gear extension is 122. VFE flap. Okay, so these are all the flap extension speeds here. So the maximum flap extension speed is 107. That's what we're looking for. All right, frickin' finally. All right, so start of the white arc. I need to bring that down. Let's go to 55. Let's go to 60 on that. End of the white arc speed is 107. All right, green arc, we'll go to 65. Yellow arc, let's look, check that FAA page out again, see if it's got more speeds. But I love it when it has a proper, this is the type certificate for it, so this has to go into the FAA for it to be flown, so let's see. All right, let's see, I want to check some stuff here. V&E is never exceed speed. All right, V&E is going to be 215 knots. 215. So, V&E 215. 215. All right, that's good. Just keep going. Right, NO is normal operating range, goes up to 173. 173. Stand by. Actually, we want to go normal. We want to go to the normal operating. I missed it. I forgot what it was again. VNO is 173. Okay, VNO 173. So the start of the yellow arc's 173. End of the yellow arc's going to be 215. Green arc is, and then yeah, that's good there. Knots 10. All right, let's go ahead and check that out. And then I have too many dashes. I'm going to cut them down. Do every 20. Go full polygons on that. Basilicious's gauges again. Let's go 15 on those. That seems a little bit chopped on it at 20. That looks better. All right, so your white arc operating range is when you want your flaps in and out. So you want your flaps up by that speed. Let me see what VFE is. Let's see. All right, never exceed speed, normal operating maneuvering speed. VFE. Yeah, okay, that's fine. VLO is 122. So if you look here, you have landing gear operation speeds. That's the highest speed you want to be going to operate your gear. So you want your gear up by 122. You can extend your gear at 122. Sometimes that's different. For example, you could have a gear operating speed of 250. The gear is strong enough to take 250 knots of wind. But you cannot retract it or extend it at that speed. So, for example, so it could be extended at a higher speed than when you're extending it, because essentially the motors are fighting the extra wind. So you got to be careful of that. CGs here, max weight. Okay, the 4A is heftier. Let's see what else we got. Fuel capacity. Let's see. We've got 2,484. I'll check that if I'm gonna. I'll change that accordingly. I'll make sure my fuel. I can only fuel it that much. All right. Interesting. All right. Good to know. That's a good website. I like that. I'll see you later, Erasmus. Let me catch up. All right, let's go ahead and let's do a quick flight. Ignition's on. Mixtures are coming rich. I'm trying to figure if it's the end. Like, watch, we'll get a stutter when I go to take off here. So it's either too high on the engine or it's too high in the props. We got a stutter right there. Probably on the engine side. It could be prop. All right, positive rate. Flaps need to come up by the white arc. It's hard to grab in the game. All right, we want gear up. Gear up's supposed to be above 120. But 122, but that's not the end of the world. Now, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be able to get up in the yellow arc just by power. You might have to do a dive to get it. That's your VNE as your never exceed speed is in a lot of planes is based on a dive, because the only way you're going to be able to get to that VNE speed is diving because they're draggy. You get in like something like a jet, like you see me over Steve and in flight sim. those planes are designed to go fast, and so they'll get to the point where they go too fast, you know. All right, we want to bring the props back. All right, and then let me, I think it was 0.25, maybe 0.25. Let's check out the yaw on this. Oh, shit, I did the test, too. Here, let's do the test. I got to do the test again here. So, I got to get a stopwatch. We're at 0. I'll check it when I get there. So, it should take me 1 minute to do 180 degrees at standard rate. If I could find my stopwatch. My phone, there it is. All right. Stopwatch, all right, ready. We're at 059. All right, and we'll start. I overcooked it there for a second, but we'll be all right. Standard rate. It's right about there. I'm going to start over again. I fucked that all up. All right. I'll click it as soon as I hit standard rate. All right, clicked. Should take me a minute to go 180 degrees. I didn't goddamn notice my heading. Let's just get on north so I don't have to remember all this shit as I'm trying to fly with one hand and then my stopwatch in my other hand here. Right, let's go to 360. All right, let's go. Stop. Nonsense. All right, there we go. All right. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to be close. Climbing a little bit here. Let's try to get the climb out of there. We're going to be short. Okay, we're short. I already know that. Let's go ahead and go to 0.4. All right, let's go ahead and... so it's going to be 137. 137. All right, reset the stopwatch. All right, and start. A little trim there. I think Overtaffy was asking this the other day, is you do need to put in back pressure for, you know, when you're turning, you're giving some of your lift vector to the turn. You're going to need some back pressure to be able to maintain your altitude. So a little bit of trim for that. Let's see. We're at 40 seconds. Was it 137 is what I said? We're still not enough here. I had it calculated the other day. I wish I had remembered it. We're close. We're not too far off here. We're still got about 6 seconds. All right. We're short. Let's go up on that. Okay. All right, let's 191. So that'll be a 371. Alright, let's make the turn. 371. 071. No. 011. About halfway there. You're pretty close. We're like 5 degrees off. We're pretty damn close right now. Alright, I'm pretty content with that. Let's go up just a hair. We'll do another quick test. 0.55. Well, that's just 0.6. All right, let's go a quick left turn. Not going to time it. I'm just seeing how it feels. That feels pretty good. My hands are off. It's pretty good. Let's give it a little bit of trim. A little bit of trim. That feels pretty good there. Yeah, I'm content with that. How's my temp looking here? I gotta bring the props back a little bit. There we go. All right, we're cooling now. That's pretty good there, David. How are you? You see you. All right, so that feels good. That rate. And then I can go beyond standard rate here and really crank it around if I wanted. Like, I can crank as fast as I want. You know, again, standard rate should be a minute to go 180 degrees. Now, coming to land. So let's see. This panel's pretty much good. These are working, RPM there, fuel's fine. We got way too much fuel in this sucker. I'll cut out the dihedral sections, just use the wingtips. All right, we're coming in on extended base. Start slowing down. Props going full forward. Thrust is coming back. All right, below 122, gears coming down. 107's when we can do flaps. That's why I'm sitting at 107. First notch of flaps. And we'll trim. Second notch of flaps coming in. All right, going full flaps, and I want to keep 180. Well, 180's approach. You get in these bigger airplanes, you don't just go, it's not the same approach speed. Like, when you're in a Cessna 172, generally speaking, your speeds are always going to be about the same. You know, you're not changing your approach speed, you know, whatever it is, 65 approach speed or whatever, I can't remember. You're not going to change it. You're not changing weight all that time. But a cargo airplane or a large airplane where your fuel changes by huge amounts, your payload is really like there are planes where you take off twice what the empty fuel weight is. You know, so you're doubling the mass of the plane. You don't do that with small general aviation airplanes. You know, so you don't need to have different approach speeds. You know, these planes you do based on the weight. You know, your rotation speed in an airliner is going to be different based on factors like, you know, air density, how heavy you are, stuff like that. All right, so I want to try to keep north of 80 knots here. So nice and controllable. Visibility's tough, but it's not too bad actually. There we go. All right. Now we're coming a little bit. I was low out there, so I should have come in a little steeper. There's 80. My throttle's a little bit too sensitive. Plop that. Yeah, my throttle's too sensitive. I gotta take some of the sensitivity off the throttle. Taxi in. Yeah, like doubling the weight of a small GA plane. You don't have the engine for it. Like the useful load on a Mooney. Bring up Mooney. I'll find a Mooney and we'll bring that up. Let's see if I can find M20 Mooney. M20 Mooney. Weight and balance. There we go. Right. This is the plane that I would want to buy. M20 Mooney. That might be the older version, but we'll work with it. Right, brakes, brakes, brakes. And parking brakes coming on. All right, mixtures. We pull the mixtures all the way back to kill the engines. And the engines shut off. All right, let's see if I can get this Mooney here. Info up. All right, so here's an M20 Mooney. So let's see. Maximum useful loads 2575. Let's see. Trying to just get filled out numbers here. I don't want to go through having to fill them all out myself. All right, there's an M20C right there. So the weight of the aircraft is 1,665 pounds. All right. Let's see where we max useful load. Maximum weight is 2,575. So you take 2575 minus 1665. That is 910 pounds. So for every person you add in there, right, you got to start taking that off of there. So like, put me in there 179. Put a 200-pound FO in there. You're down to 531 pounds. Now you got to put in fuel. Let's see. Fuel, we do 47 gallons, 6 pounds per gallon. All right, so that is what, 242 pounds, something like that, minus 242. That leaves 289 pounds for more people or baggage. So you either need a couple skinnies or one skinny and a couple bags, you know. And that's the maximum weight. So the differential is, you know, you're adding, let's see. So 61665 divided by 20, what is it, 2575, 64%. So you can add an additional 64% on there. Let's say A310. We'll do P. A310P, weight and balance. Let's see, no. Airbus. Not Piper. Airbus. Read the words, Google. Fucker. Airbus. Airbus. Why you so bad now, Google? Google's so fucking bad now. It really is. It's trying to go it's like, why? It's on, what page was that on? It's on page 2. It's gotten so bad. It's just really bad. Google's bullshit now. Alright, empty weight right here. Operational empty weight. Zero fuel weight. Let's do zero fuel weight. Alright, let's see. Here's zero fuel weight. Zero fuel weight. All right, so 239. Okay, so 239, 292 max takeoff weight. So let's see, 239, 201 divided by 292, 994, 292, 994. So that can go up 81%. So you can add an additional 81% of the mass to the A310 than for useful load than you could on that Mooney. So just kind of a little bit of an interesting understanding that. I see. Yeah, I gotta smooth out the engine. The engine is it's the sensitivity's too high on that, so I gotta slow down the rate. That should help with that a little bit. Let's save it. I haven't really saved it for today. Let's see what I have left. I'm way overfueled, but I'm gonna do hydraulics. Let me see. I may or may not be able to do some realistic hydraulics. I don't know. Let's see. So hydraulics can go in there. Maybe I'll do an electric hydraulic system. That might be what I do. So that's just going to read hydraulic pressure. Right there and right there. This is done. This here is oil pressures and fuel pressures. For the most part, are going to be faked. Voltage should be in there and working, and gens should be hooked up. Lights are here. Anti-collision, wing and tail. Standby compass is going to light that up. And then we have wing inspection lights for icing. So you hit the wings with a light to tell if you need to turn on the boots. There's going to be de-icings right there. That's why you put that on the FO side. Let's see. The rest of it I think's good. It's pretty much like I'm almost done with what it needs. I don't know what's going there. Let's fix this real quick before I forget. Yaw bank system right there. Yaw bank, yaw bank. All right. Now let's see. Yaw factor. Right, that can go now. Tuner can go. We'll leave the tuner in there in case I want to use it some other time. But now that's in. Get rid of the tuner for now. All right. So it's flying well. I got slow on approach. I should have left the power in. But it's also, like I said, the sensitivity was too high, so it yanked out thrust too early. Need to work on the door control system and paint, but. Then all the microcontrollers are going in the wing fuel tanks. I have the fuel tanks all the way out here, and then I have fuel in here. What I'll probably do is end up chopping the tanks when I don't need it. So I'll try to get the fuel where it belongs. But overall, plane's coming along really well. Go and save this real quick again. Yeah. So Wednesday we got the major coming out, which will be good. Let me read some chat, and then I think I'll take a break. Was it not in your backups, Citrus? Yeah, I often wait too long to save, but the backups are generally there. Like, you've got all your backups. So, like, this is all from today. These are all from today. So you can see how many I have from just today in the backups folder. So even though I didn't say they're on the backups folder, they are. But yes. Bang. Alright. Alright, so I think I'll finish up there, guys. So some good stuff. I'm enjoying the challenge. Work on that a little bit. I don't know what I'll stream if I stream later. Try to do some IRL stuff. I'm waiting on a bunch of stuff. I'm hopefully... Unfortunately, the pilot market's kind of slowed down, which kind of sucks. It was really hot for a while there, and then it got sucked. So I got to deal with that bullshit. But hopefully that goes along pretty soon as well. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you like the video. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed it, consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next one.